Khan Halan Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash, which is all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, in the name of his son Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Honors and salutations to all sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, charity, and sound doctrine. Alright? I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I come out here week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of America according to the Bible, man. Which a lot of you people don't believe in. And you think a lot of these things is false until they start to happen. So the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua comes down on you. You know? Because what you want to do, you want to worship false gods, different idols, you know? Which in the time of wrath, they're not going to deliver you. But you believe in them right now because nothing has really happened here, man. When you praying on your God, and guess what? You be praying on your God, and the only time you pray on him, you know, when you pray to him, Salakia, when you pray to him, is when you want, when something bad happens to you. That's the only time Jake prayed to their power, of which they were perceived to be their power, man. All right? The first scripture I'm going to bring out is Exodus chapter 20 and 3. For you people that like to worship idols, man. And yo, matter of fact, I remember years ago, I was talking to a nigga, I'm gonna call him a nigga, and he agreed on the scripture. Cause I made a post and all that, I was like, yo, I'm not no Muslim, man. But that's the first thing our people like to come out here and do, you know? As a matter of fact, I got a testimony. Matter of fact, before I even start camp, and that's why I'm getting into these idol gods, man. All right? First and foremost, man, the way I got to camp today, because I was down, you know, in the spot and all that, and I'm waiting for the bus, man. A complete stranger pulled up next to me. Looked me in my face, because I'm telling you, I'll be wearing a kufi, man. So he looked me in my face, he was like, yo, man, where you going? And I told him my destination. He was like, yo, hop in, I got you. Ain't asked me for no money, nothing, man. Ain't asked me for no money or nothing. And I don't know this dude, man. In Philadelphia, you don't do shit like that. And in a lot of other neighborhoods or whatever, man. You know? But anyway, the dude brought me to camp. And I just got my camp sign back. But that was all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Because when I got in this car, he thought that I was a Muslim. And I told him like, nah, bro, I'm not. I said I gotta let you know first. Because he could have put me out his will. He could have been like, yo, man, you gotta get out. You ain't no Muslim, bro. You gotta go. But I told him. I said, I'm not a Muslim, man. I'm an Israelite. He was like, oh. And he was smoking a cigarette in his car. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn. Like, yo, first of all, I gotta be thankful for the ride, but he rolled the windows all the way down, and he was like, yo, man, I apologize for the cigarette smoke, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, damn, man, hey, man, this your car. You know, I said, I appreciate the ride. And I told him the name of the Lord, man. You know? Which he was in agreement of a lot of things that I was telling him, which came out the scripture. That's how you know we in the end of the end times, man. And it ain't no time to be fucking playing around, man. Like a brother gave me a scripture in Proverbs this week when he said, when a man's ways pleaseth the Lord, even his enemies will live at peace with him, man. You know? And the way niggas is now, man, listen, they love they love the way of their enemy, man. That's how you know this truth is out here busting these people asses. But all things are spiritual, man. Alright? But this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 1, man. It says, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. It says, and the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua our power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So the house of bondage is what? Slavery. And that's sort of where Egypt goes back to, means the house of bondage, man. That's why it talks about America being what? The house of bondage too. Sodom and Egypt. It compares America to those two things in Revelations, I believe, man. You know? But it compares that. The house of bondage, man. And all you Negroes are in this place right now is in bondage, man. Whether you believe it or not. You a slave to your job, man. And yo, the Lord delivered us before out of the house of bondage, the first Exodus. And that's where we at right now, in the book of Exodus. But this is the second Exodus. And when we go into the wilderness again, guess what y'all gonna be saying? And why the fuck you got us out here like this? We was better off listening to the so-called white man. And the Lord going get away, or not get away, do away with them 2/3 all over again, man. Because you in the same spirit as you was back then, man. Even to the point when we got at the bottom of Mount Sinai, Moses went up to get the law, statutes, and commandments. Some niggas there, it was taking too long for them. So they wanted a God that they can see right there, man. If you believe in the Lord, you can't see him, man. You can see a person right next to you. That's what faith is all about. But don't nobody on this goddamn planet got faith. They believe in what they can touch or what they can feel, man. Why is that? Because that's what your slave masters have taught you to do. They trained your mind to do so. But anyway, verse 3, it says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. I'm going to read that again. It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So when the Lord told you you're not supposed to have no other gods before him, which that's telling you, because it goes into the book of, I believe the book of Luke and the book of Matthew. When it talks about no man can serve two masters, because he's going to love the one, he's going to hate the other, man. He's going to love the one, he's going to hate the other, man. It says you can't serve God and mammon, which mammon is what? Money. And that's what this society goes by, man. This society goes by what? How much money you make, your social status. When the Lord about to bring all that down, man, right in front of your face. As the scriptures say, woe to them that trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. And what's the shadow of Egypt? Everything around you. The monetary system. Why do you think America want to go to war with Iran so bad? Over oil. Because all the gold that was in the Federal Reserve, that shit is gone. They stole that shit. Matter of fact, verse 4 says, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth, man. And you go into them Christian churches, what they got the fish, they got the Caesar Boucher up there. The Catholic Church, what they do, they worship the Mother Mary. All graven images, man. They worship all these things. And what's that going against? The book of Leviticus, which the word Leviticus means what? Laws. But you people want to play games, man. Let's talk about these idols right now, man. You know? Matter of fact, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 3. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 3. It says, and hath gone, matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 1, man. It says, thou shalt not sacrifice unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power any bullock or sheep wherein is blemish, or any evil favoredness. For that is an abomination unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power. So a blemish, what's that? That's something that's unclean, basically. That's like a mistake, a blot. All right? But our people, what they, like he said, when you sacrifice something to him, that's why the ultimate sacrifice was who? Yahweh Shah, man. Because he was found without blemish, man, without fault. He was perfect, man. You know? And you look at the story of Cain and Abel, man. What Cain do? He sacrificed fruits when the Lord clearly told him that you're supposed to sacrifice what? A lamb, man. Or whatever the Lord had told you, it was a meat offering. But Cain took it upon his soul to do what he wanted to do. Then he killed his brother because the Lord took Abel's sacrifice. And it ain't take his, man. You know? Come on, bro. Come on, now. I understand that. Come on, you like a sister with a crack out here trying to do something here, show respect to him. I'm your brother, and I'm out here teaching the word. But this is what our people don't want to do. They rather hear lies and all that, man. All right, verse 2, it says, if there be found among you within any of thy gates, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power giveth thee, man or woman that have wrought wickedness in the sight of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power, and transgressing his covenant. So, the covenant was what? When we was at Mount Sinai. A covenant is a commitment, basically, a bond. All right, like an agreement, man. So we made a covenant with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, but our people started breaking it. That's the reason why we are at where we are at right now, man. That's the reason why we are at where we are at right now, man. And our people, what? They don't even care, man. You turn your back on your Lord, what you think he did to you? Let's get it. It says, and have gone and served other gods and worshiped them, either the sun or moon, or any of the hosts of heaven, which I have not commanded, man. So you go back to what? That whole Islamic thing, man. What's their whole sign? A star, moon, crescent. Let's read that again, man. It says, and have gone and served other gods and worshiped them, either the sun or moon or any of the hosts of heaven, which I have not commanded. All right? So these people worship the sun and the moon. And if you go back into like the 70s, man, the 60s, when Apostle Gabar brought this out a long time ago, man. He brought this out a long time ago. When, back then, when you wrote a song and it was real popular, just listen to the titles of the songs from back in the 70s. All right? You look at the titles of the songs and guess what? They was all sun worship, moon worship. So these damn devils know what they doing when they sign you Negroes, man. They sign you into what? You gonna get this contract. You gonna make all this money. But you gotta pass your children to the fire of Molech, man. What's that mean? You gotta sacrifice your children. You look at this dude, man. Prime example, that nigga Will Smith, man, and Jada Pinkett. They wicked as hell, man. They into some bullshit, all right? They into some wicked acts. Why? Because they trim up their ways to seek love, man. They trim up their ways to seek love from who? Their enemy, man. All right? Matter of fact, sloppy, bear with it. Sloppy. But they matter of fact, you know what? Again, back to Sloppy, man. I'm trying to find that scripture. It'll come to me, man. Through the screen of fire, y'all Bashim Das, man. But you got like I said, this dude Will Smith and all that, and you got a lot of these dudes when they get set up to make all this money, you gotta do different rituals, man. And I was talking to a dude earlier. You talking about July the 15th, man? You know? He was talking about July the 15th. What's that, man? He said that's when they went to open up the Bohemian Grove, and they got the big-ass owl, which is a representative of Molech, and they put the babies on, not even the babies, whoever, and you starting to have, and yo, man, and if you really think about it, around certain times of the year, man, you get a whole lot of children going missing. Why is that, man? Because they take them down there to sacrifice them to Molech, man. And not even down there over to California. You know? Even this dude, man, and he looks like an Edomite, he mentioned Leviathan, man. And he said Leviathan on the tip like, yo, that's that serpent. Because you got two, when it talks about Leviathan in the scriptures, you got the actual, the monster Leviathan, man. Then you got the Leviathan when it's talking about Esau, man. You know? But every so often, and And it seems like it's always in the summertime. Because damn, or coming close to the summer. When Esau want to come snatch up the children. And usually they're what? Israelite children, man. Some might be Edomites, but I believe the majority of them are Israelite children, man. And they take them down there to what? Sacrifice them to Molech, man. Why? Because they don't give a damn about our children. And they do that perfectly. Matter of fact, let's grab Jeremiah 2:11, man. And they do that every year like clockwork. Because all the gods of the nation are not gods, man. There's only one true living power. That's why they tell you now, they be like, it don't matter what you call the Lord. That's being the devil, man. In itself. That's being the devil in itself, man. And guess what? Niggas ride with that. Oh, nah, it don't matter what you call him as long as you believe in something or somebody, man. That's bullshit. So that means like everybody got a name and they be like, yo, it don't matter what you call that person as long as you believe they exist and just call them what you want and they gonna answer you. Everybody on this planet has a name. And let me call you another name and see if you respond to me. You're not. And the Lord created all y'all. So what's so different about you and him? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 11. It says, hath the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? There you go. I'm going to read that again. It's Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. It says, hath the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit, man. So our people, the Lord gave who? The Israelites the covenant, man. Which are the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. And he tells you that he's the one true living power, man. Out of all the gods of the earth, which he set them up. He set all these different nations up with their gods to show that he has the ultimate power. They not changing on that, man. They riding out with that, man. Look at Esau, what he's still doing. He tells you Jesus Christ and God. And on the back of your money, what it say? In God we trust. What's that God talking about? It ain't talking about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakak. It's talking about his God, man. Which they represent Molech, Baalim, Balaam. All these things are starting to come out in public, but our people still turn a blind eye to the truth. So when all hell break loose, and they've been telling you, you can call on any God and all that, and when you start doing that and you don't get no results, then you're going to start seeking for the truth then. But it's going to be too late for that. Because you're getting the truth right now. And that's called mercy. That's called mercy. I'm going to read that again, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. It says, hath the nation changed their gods? Yo, you got the people over there. Matter of fact, the Iranians. Let's talk about this. The Arabs. Right? You got the Arabs. You don't see no Arabic nigga talking about I love Jesus. What they always talk about, they talk about Allah, man. You got Buddhist people out here. They represent Buddha. They don't talk about I love Jesus, man. You got the so-called white man that basically put that whole Jesus thing, set it up and all that. But they know who Yahweh is, man. They know who Yahweh Shai is, man. They can't say those names, man. Because the name of the Lord is what? Terrible amongst the heathen. They can't use those names. Because what? It condemns them, man. But they want to tell you, and our people go for that bullshit, man. They go for it. Before you came to America on cargo slave ships, what you need to do the research on, which is always history, what was you calling the Lord before that? How old is the letter J? But niggas go to college and don't even know how old the letter J is, man. You get a bullshit-ass degree, which is a piece of paper that you put on your wall. But guess what? The Lord's going to burn that wall down, man. I'm going to read that again, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 2 and 11. It says, hath the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods, but my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. So what don't profit? You going to college. That's not going to profit you in the day of calamity, man. And ask the ancient Romans and the Greeks, which you got Greek fraternities. Niggas don't got no faith. All you want to do is go and serve everything that surrounds you. You can't take suffering. You can't take humility. And that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a real hard pill to swallow. But our people can't do that. Why? Because they become soft, man. But these other nations, what they do, they still ride with their gods who are no gods. They have no power. But the one real living power, our people play around with, man. Matter of fact, let's go to chapter 16. Back in Jeremiah, still in Jeremiah, 16 and 20. Spirit, why do y'all about to see yourself? It says, shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? I'm going to bring that back. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and 20. It says, shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods, man. So shall a man make his own God? It's like these niggas talking about, yo, I pray to Allah. And you pray to this motherfucker 5 times a day. And a lot of you niggas don't even do that, man. 5 times a day, and what has that got you? What clarity has that got you? What salvation has that got you? What peace of mind has that got you? That's a badass scripture. I'm gonna read it again, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 16. Shalach, chapter 16, verse 20. It says, shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods. So, yo, if you got one living power, man, and he created all these different entities and all that, how you gonna make a God unto yourself? And if you go back in the ancient times, let's go to the Mount Sinai, man. When you had the people back then with Aaron, all right, while Moses was up there talking to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, getting the 613 laws, statutes, and commandments for his people, these niggas got impatient. And they started taking all the gold earrings off to the people. They took all the gold earrings off of the people, and what they wanted to do, make their own God that they could worship, that they could see, because they ain't trust Moses, man. After all the miracles that they saw, they still ain't trust him. That's why y'all Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Achakis, that's going to destroy this place, man. Because everybody thinks it's a motherfucking game, man.